Feet, the most glorious invention of the modern world. We see them, smell them, and experience them every day of our lives. However, I've often sat back in my chair on a rainy day and pondered, what are the top 82 feet in my favorite video game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, in list format? This is that list. To start off with, I'm going to be setting out the rules. This list only includes feet either on a playable character or within one's moveset. The feet will be split into 4 distinct sections. Those with shoes, those with 2 toes, those with 3 or 4 toes, and those with 5 or no toes. In addition, I am disqualifying Arsene and Principal Cosmos, as Arsene has shoe feet, and I don't know about Principal Cosmos. Next, I'm defining feet as a lack of shoes or socks, so bear with me. In addition, I forgot to put Polar Bear, Pterodactyl, Gigabowser, Beast Ganon, Mega Mewtwo Y, Game & Watch Octopus, Lightning Chariot Horses, Bulborb, Mega Lucario, Ash Greninja, Dragon Corrin, Mr. Saturn, and Bob-omb on this list before I almost finished making it. So, to make everyone happy, if you're angry about that, just pretend they're all number 1, okay? Got it. Jumping right into the list, we have the partially covered feet. Number 82 is Rosalina. Her feet are disgusting. They are incredibly low poly, super ugly, and she doesn't even have knees? Who doesn't have knees? I don't want to ever see these feet again if possible. Number 81 is Valkyrie. They're blocky, low poly, and plain gross. I hate them, to be frank. Number 80 is Diddy Kong. You might say, oh, but Diddy Kong isn't wearing any shoes. And you'd be correct. Despite that fact, Diddy Kong's feet are so disgusting. They break the limits and somehow land in the partially covered category. They're low poly, they're ugly, and I hate them in every way. Number 79 and 78 are Peach and Daisy. They effectively have the exact same feet, except with different shoes. Both are incredibly blocky, low poly, and disgusting. I hate these blocky messes, and wish they would be put out of their misery. Number 77 is Palutena. Her singular foot is okay-ish, but the poly count is so disgustingly low that they make me want to throw up. Number 76 is Madamebutterfly. Same as Palutena, her singular foot is gross and her skin looks disgusting. However, there's massive amounts of detail, so I can't knock it out fully. Number 75, 74, and 73 are Zelda, Windy, and Inkling, considering how elusive their feet are. You'd think the mystery would add to the allure, but in reality, you just don't get to see them while smashing. Zelda's feet are the worst here, considering the toes are simply textures and not fully modeled. Number 72 is Valkyrie. Her feet are kinda just iffy for me. I dislike the lack of toenails, but I'm at least happy that Sakurai has decided to go all or nothing instead of putting on half-formed devil nails that look like flesh slabs. Number 71 and 70 are Pit and Dark Pit. Personally, I love toes, so they come in near the top of the shoe category. Pit and Dark Pit both have really aesthetically pleasing feet, and I adore the fully modeled toes and toenails. However, Dark Pit edges over Pit because of his cooler hair and edgy aesthetic. Finally, number 69 is Sans. When smashing, you only ever see his heel, so if he slipped off his slippers, then his rank would rocket up. Regarding his heel, it's surprisingly high poly and satisfying to look at. I'd be hella interested in Sans' toes though. You know, you gotta go with what you gotta go with. Speaking of toes, we have the two-toed section. Number 68 is Mewtwo. I hate his tennis ball feet, and I cannot understand why anyone could defend them for the life of me. They are disgusting in every way, and I would disqualify them if they were any more low poly. They look really slippery and rough. I seriously hate them. These are the feet you think of when you hear toe fungus. Number 67 is Ridley, who needs some lotion. His feet are crusty as hell, like a breaded chicken. Bruh. However, The toe acting as a heel looks fine as hell, and so his feet are actually pretty okay. Number 66 is Greninja, the frog-looking head-ass. The webbing is particularly unique on their feet, in addition to the circular toe pads. These feet are mighty unique in every aspect, and I think that quirkiness actually works. And that's it for the 2-toe section. The next section is for 3- and 4-toed feet. Number 65 is Donkey Kong's feet. I fucking hate them. I hate them so much. However, DK has 4 toes, so he's technically actually above everyone else. And they're better than Diddy's, so disqualifying them wouldn't be equal. I hate them. I hate them so much. Number 64 is Top Cup from Pac-Man's Namco Roulette. Top Cup sucks, because they're like DK, but they're not as bad. I kinda do feel bad for Top Cup, to be honest. Number 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, and 58 are the Orange Jinjo, the Yellow Jinjo, the Mighty Jinjonator, the Mighty Jinjonator's statue, the Green Jinjo, and the Purple Jinjo. The Jinjos are cool, but their feet are kinda eh. Honestly, I just don't like them. They're ranked in terms of my color ranking, so purple tops it. And if you fucking argue that the statue is different from the Mighty Jinjonator, you're wrong. Get the fuck off this video. Number 57 is Lucario, as his feet are just off-putting. I don't like them. I really just don't like them. His heel acting as a part of his foot I really hate. It's just a bad look. They're super high poly, however, so that gives them some merit. The texture is also very well done. Number 56, 55, and 54 are Me Sword Fighter Monkey, Me Brawler Cat, and Me Gunner KK Slider. These Me's are just weird. I like KK Slider the most, but I don't particularly like any of these. Their detail and low poly count are just sort of bad, and they're so disappointing. They bum me out when I see them. Number 53, 52, and 51 are Charizard, Bowser, and K. Rool. I hate the way their skin seems to wrap around their toes. It's unsettling. However, I do just like their scaly feet otherwise. Charizards are the worst of the trio, considering how low poly and undetailed they appear. Bowser's seem somewhat gross and a little too scaly, so I rank K. Rool's right above them. Number 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, and 44 are Lemmy, Larry, Morton, Ludwig, Roy, Bowser Jr., and Iggy. Bowser's their dad, but thankfully they have some much nicer nails and smoother skin. They're all very similar feet though, with similar average poly counts and detail. I've ranked them based on my opinion of the Koopalings, so Iggy comes out on top. Number 43 is Ivysaur. This is the turning point within the not 5 toes category where I don't hate the feet. I don't love Ivysaurs, but they're not particularly bad in any way. Like a solid 6 on a good night. I like the way the light interacts in the area between his toenails and the base of his foot, and I love the roundness of them. Number 42 is Duck Hunt Dog. Their feet look like an old Halloween costume, and they're hairy as hell. Why did they beat out the nice stubs of Ivysaur then? Well, Duck Hunt Dog has some nicely defined feet with a high poly count. The structure is good, and to be a bit more detailed, I really like how each individual toe is well defined with clear ridges between them. High quality. Number 41 and 40 are Pikachu and Pichu. I like Pikachu's feet because they look like sporks, but they're really, exceptionally small. Pichu has a similar look and texture to Pikachu's feet, but are more large and rounded. Despite Pichu's toes being only a texture, they surpass Pikachu in general vibe. Number 39 is Banjo. Overall they're nice, but they're also super odd. He has vertical toenails as well as his toenails being black. It's kinda creepy. However, they only minorly take away from the feet as a whole, which have a high polygon count and look very smooth. Number 38 is Incineroar. Incineroar's feet look like Duck Hunt Dogs, except much more structured, with thick black lines clearly separating the individual toes. This overall improves the foot presentation. However, to be nitpicky, the blending between the foot and the ankle is really obvious and poor, and noticeably so. It detracts from the feet somewhat. Number 37 is Squirtle, with his blue feet. While I love the structure, poly count, and webbing, they probably are really cold due to bad circulation. Thus, I can't rank Squirtle any higher in good conscience. Number 36 is Duck Hunt Duck. The duck's feet are actually just really nice. I love the webbing, the color is nice, the thickness is good. They scream a solid 8 out of 10 on the average day. I just like the feet. Number 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, and 30 are the purple, red, yellow, white, winged, and blue Pikmin, despite the small size. I feel like their low poly count actually contributes to the overall package of the foot, as they clearly have really detailed ridges that couldn't be done elsewhere. I've personally ranked them in terms of color, as when you're examining feet, presentation does matter. Then, topping the three-toed category, 29 is Kazooie, with immaculately detailed feet. Banjo's vertical nails look loads better on Kazooie's claws, and compared to Duck Hunt Duck, Kazooie's feet and toes look almost completely realistic. It feels as if I could picture these on the real-world floor. They are truly immaculate. However, there are just 3 toes, which truly detracts from them. It's a shame. Finally, the final section is the actual foot category. This only includes feet that include no or 5 toes, as you want a completed presentation. No offense to viewers with 4 toes, of course. Number 28 and 27 are Ken and Ryu. I don't really know why, but their feet just unnerve me. The poly count is good, the detail is fine, and in general, every individual aspect is okay. However, this is a situation where the sum is less than the individual parts. Ryu edges in front of Ken because his hair is cooler. Following the Street Fighters, 26 and 8/9, 26 and 7/9, 26 and 6/9, 26 and 5/9, 26 and 4/9, 26 and 3/9, 26 and 2/9, 26 and 1/9, and then 26 are Orange Inkling Squid, Light Blue Inkling Squid, Yellow Inkling Squid, Green Inkling Squid, Blue Inkling Squid, Magenta Inkling Squid, Hot Pink Inkling Squid, Dark Purple Inkling Squid, and Me Hat Inkling. These 9 are grouped as one, as they are all essentially the same, even when compared to other color alts. Canonically, 2 of the mouth appendages are feet, and while they're pretty nice, they just look odd. Icky, icky, icky. After that mess, 25 and 24 are Corrin's different forms. Male Corrin gets the edge over female Corrin because he has cooler hair. Their feet don't really have arches, and so they feel like big slabs of meat. The poly count is also kinda bad, and the footband is really stretching the no shoes policy. Number 23 is Ryo Sakazaki. I like the color, the lack of texture, and the brave idea of no toenails. They feel quite similar to Viridi's, but the lack of shoes causes them to be 49 spots higher. Shoes matter! Number 22 and 21 are both Wii Fit Trainers. This time, female has the edge over male because her hair is cooler. Their feet are much better than the Corrin's is because they have the cooler toenails. Toenails, after all, contribute to the whole package that is feet. Good poly count, great look, pretty good. Number 20 and 19 are Timmy and Tommy. Number 18 is their employer, Tom Nook. Probably some of the hardest to spot feet in the game. Their elusivity is a contributing factor to the high rank. Don't have much else to say, to be honest. They're kinda not that amazing. They're just feet. After Mr. Nook, number 17 is Heihachi Mishima. I would love the massive raw color that are these blocks of feet. Number 16 and 15 are Petey, Piranha, and Luma, as they both have nubs and, while they are nice to look at, in terms of action, they don't have much potential. Better than the others, but still, there's 14 feet that outclass them. Number 14 is Me Gunner Bear. Nice looking, just average. The ridges are somewhat off-putting, but even including that, just good vibes. Following that, number 13 is Ricky. Despite resembling Petey Piranhas, they're much smaller, making them a lot more appealing. Also, considering Tatsu from Xenoblade X, they probably taste really good also. Number 12 and 11 are Morgana and Boney. They both have low poly counts and are pretty small all in all, but their general structure and emotional connection allows you to really feel their positives. Number 10 is Me Brawler Akira. The abysmal poly count actually contributes to the feat's appeal, to be honest. I love them, and I would hang them on my wall if they didn't cost 75 cents. That's right, first time I'm bringing up the price. I never actually bought these feet, because despite my love for feet, I can't justify that unsurpassable mountain of money. Number 9 and 8 are Me Gunner Isabelle and Isabelle. Isabelle has these lit feet, but the Me Gunner version has these slight toes. Either give me the whole toe or none of it. I don't want no cancerous lumps on my silky feet. Number 7 is Puka from Dig Dug. I can just imagine the whole foot and leg. Too fucking lit. They're just so good. So good. Number 6 is Jigglypuff. Despite probably being the thickness of a puffball, Jigglypuff clearly has soles. That means her feet are rough. That dampers the experience quite a lot, but that still puts them on the top of this list. Number 5 and 4 are Waddle Dee and King Dedede. Smooth as a spheroid, their polycount and design are super duper good. For Waddle Dee though, they prob sweaty from physical labor. I respect the proletariat, but sweat stinks. Before we hit the top 3, we must get to honorable mentions. Chrom, Sonic, Pac-Man. Number 3 is Piranha Plant. The little nubs coming out of the pot are incredibly superb, and them being hidden behind the pot makes them mysterious. Their polycount is surprisingly high for hidden nubs, and the color is very satisfying and relaxing. Of course, the almost best of the best is Mr. Game & Watch. His 2D orbs perfectly show the true essence of feet. I can't describe how perfect the lack of the third dimension makes his feet. However, somehow, there's a pair of feet that surpass even the 2D god himself. Number 1, the highest quality feet belong to Kirby. His feet can transform into anything, theoretically. He is both a jack of all trades and a master of all. By himself, his feet truly encapsulate everything I've ever discussed. Perfect polycount, smooth texture, no toes to speak of, no soles, nothing to tarnish these beauties. I love them. Everything about them is amazing. And that is all for this fantastic foot list of Smash Ultimate. What spots do you really disagree with? Because I know there are some that will make you very contentious. If you want to say it, just comment down below and I'll disagree with you, because I'm right, and I will always be right unless I correct myself in the future. All jokes aside though, thank you very much for watching this video. It was a lot of time and work making this, and I appreciate watching all this way in.